Hi Michelle, Don Green, DG Digital Services. Great talking to you earlier on. And as I mentioned, I'm just going to send through this short site audit, just so you and your husband can have a quick look at. And if you're going to go to the trouble to have a website, you might as well get it working for you to some capacity. And it seems that your husband's quite capable. So what I'll do is I'll just go over a couple of things, mention a couple of things I'd recommend, and hopefully that might help you change a couple of things and get a little bit more traction here. So I'd definitely maybe make this photo a bit smaller as such, because if you look at this as a newspaper sort of thing, the front page, and when they say it's always hard to get positions on the above the fold, well, above your fold is this one complete photo. So I'd definitely maybe halve that and get some content going up here a little bit. But the other thing along here, even here would be perfect because there's a spot there. I would put your phone number, and I would make that clickable. So when you hovered over it, see how that hand comes up? So when you hovered over that number, it would be a clickable thing. So when people were looking for you on the phone, that would come up straight out, and all they'd have to do is tap the screen and they are talking to you. So that's a really powerful thing there. And so if I went down to the very bottom, see like your email is, but these phone numbers, if you hover over it, they would have to physically put those numbers in, and between you and me, some people are a little lazy. So that's that. One of the three things that I want to talk about, the one that I will start with, is content. So with Google is a business just like you and I. So they try to make sure that they are providing the best results for the people doing the searches. So one of the things that they would look at is content. Google like to have at least 1,000 to 1,500 words of authoritative content on the front page, okay? So if we look here, you've probably got about 50, 60 words, okay? So that's going to be a huge factor. It's just too much open space here. This is, we could put a contact form here, so people can fill out and let you know what if they're looking for, so you can get an email. And so content is very powerful. So I do see you have these here. I'm not sure if you have like appraisals coming soon. So the site's probably not fully complete, but you've started. So content you understand. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is what's called a backlink. So if I went to just had a look at the back end of your website through a program that I use called Ahrefs, it's a paid program, and it gets a lot of information scraped off the internet, and it follows a lot of the Google algorithms and things like that. This is telling me that your website is ranked 42.5 million in the world. Okay, this DR, which stands for domain rating, it is a 0 to 100 rating, and you are at 2.7. So you definitely could do with some power. And a way to give the site power is by backlinks. A backlink is like your web address, exactly like this here. See how your web address, it's on somebody else's website. So if someone was to click on that, as it is a clickable link, they would get taken straight back to your website. Okay, so that's called a backlink because it is actually linking back to your website. And you have 57 of these links on the internet. So your domain name is on 53 different little places on the internet. But this one here, it's coming from 13 different websites. So obviously a couple of your websites might have this written 2 or 3 times on the same website. So, and these aren't always equal. You can get some really powerful links that can do a great job, or you can have links that don't do very much at all for you. This one here is your keywords. So if I was to have a look at what keywords are on your website, you would see like Focus West Property, Focus Property. So if I just have a quick look here and see what you're ranking for properly, if Focus West Property, if that come in, you would be in the first position on Google. Okay. Focus West Property again, West Property, you're in position 4. And see this number here, this is how many searches per month people are doing on the internet. Okay, so people are searching this term 100 times a month, and the KD stands for keyword difficulty, and that once again is a 0 to 100. So being 0, which makes it very easy to rank for. So Focus West Property, 100 searches, easy to rank for, and you're in position 1. This one here is saying that you get 1.3 customers per month for that. Okay, so they will go to you that many times. This also happens here where people put in West Property. They search it 30 times a month. The keyword difficulty is quite high, so it's harder to rank for that word, and you're in position 4. Okay, but you're on page 1, and we can have a look at some other ones. Focus there. A lot of it's based on you, like Property Focus, Property West. So you'd want real estate agent Wembley, 20 searches, but you're on the very bottom of page 3. So there's a lot of keywords that you can use when you create that content that can get you a lot more traffic, because there's not a lot to see there that people would be searching. So there is a lot of traffic to be had, and you can see here even for Rock End Technology, you actually got that as a keyword on your site somewhere, but you're on page 9 for it anyway. So backlinks and your content are very powerful things. The last thing I will talk about is citations. A citation is basically your business name, your address and phone number. So your business name, address and phone number written on a site on the internet. It could be like your own site, like this one. It could be in directories and things like that. But what that does is it will put you in the Google search in the maps. So if I just put real estate Perth, let's have a look. No maps. State WA. Still no maps. agents. Okay, so as you do a search like this, you'll find this is called a map pack, and they usually put the 3 top agents in for that search. The thing is, these 3 here are only here because their GMB is being optimized. They're Google My Business, so when you register with Google. And a citation, like I say, is the business name, address, and phone number. So this one here basically has their name, address, and phone number on the internet more times than this one, to put it plainly. So this is an area you can definitely build into. So if I was to put yours in there, Focus West, Real Estate, Focus West, see here, this here is called a knowledge panel. That's actually telling me that you are registered with Google. So it's this here is what that map pack actually is. So you can see that your property, these are the couple of citations that you do have on like Facebook and on your own. So yeah, so by improving the amount of citation you have on the internet, that will get you up on that map pack a lot easier as well. So like I say, there are these 3 really simple things. By all means, if you want to know any more about it, you can just call. I'll give you the information. And like, you don't need to use me to look after it. But if you want help and your husband needs to know something, what to do, I'm more than happy just to let you know. So in a nutshell, more content, more backlinks, and more citations will create a far more powerful website for you. Okay, so Don Green, DG Digital Services, and I look forward to talking to you again.